podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Derek Perez, alongside
Francisco Marinas, and let's get straight into it.
First fight of the night, Raul Rosas Jr. versus Alquilan. Give me Raul Rosas Jr. to win this one. He's the biggest favorite on the card for a reason. He knocked out Terrence Mitchell in 45 seconds, I believe. Maybe a minute, 50-50. It's somewhere around there. Yeah. He's a great submission artist. Alquilan, he's been knocked out just last year against Ayman Zahabi bad in 30 seconds.
He's getting old too.
Yeah, he's already 33, 34, I believe. Raul Rosas should win this one. There's no reason he shouldn't.
Yeah,
that's basically it.
Always choose the younger fighter. Not always, but
yeah. There's I think a 14, 15 age gap there.
Give me the youngin.
Yeah. Next up,
Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Van.
Alright. I don't see a lot of people talking about this fight, and the few that I do are picking Joshua Van.
Yes, as they should.
No, Edgar Chairez is a horrible matchup for him. Chairez is a dog. He will be there from minute 1 to minute 15. He gave Tatsuro Taira the fight of his life. And look at him now. He's fighting for a number 1 contender opportunity. And that was on short notice, by the way. Edgar Chairez on short notice gave Tatsuro Taira a big run for his money. Both men were exhausted by the end of it. Joshua Van always gives up the first round. Chairez should be able to win 1 round late.
As you said, Edgar Chairez, he's a dog, but he's gonna get held on a leash by Joshua Van. You say he gives up, but Joshua Van does have that dog in him.
Yeah, but Josh could show that dog in him, but for the most part, Edgar's winning this fight. I see Edgar by split decision. It's gonna be a close one, but Edgar should win this one.
I think if it goes to the decision, I think Joshua Van takes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you agree with me?
Huh?
So
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. If it goes to decision, Edgar Chairez should take this one. Joshua Van's main opportunity is to win this one by knockout. By knockout.
I think he could win in the decision, but...
Next fight.
Yasmin Jauregui versus Catalin Souza.
Give me Souza in this one. Yasmin is way too big of a favorite here. I think she's the most overrated fighter in women's history.
Don't waste your money betting on her.
Yeah. She's been knocked down by Estela Nunez of all fighters. Knocked down, almost out. Then she got knocked out by Denise Gomez in her very next fight in 20 seconds. There's no reason you should be putting your money on her. And Catalin Souza, well, she's one of my favorite fighters right now. She did lose to Karine Silva, but look at Karine Silva now. She's a top 10 fighter. And when she did fight Marty Man just a couple months ago, she put a beating on her and won that fight very clearly. She showed her crisp striking, and she should be able to keep that up.
Yeah, that's very well said. I don't see why Yasmin is the favorite at all.
Alright, and
Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondes.
Give me Manuel Torres in this one. He's 3-0 in the UFC, all by first round finish. He submitted Chris Duncan in the very first round in his last outing in Mexico City on the main card. He's knocked out Nicolas Mota brutally with that elbow. I still can't get over that knockout. That was so picture perfect.
I know, like I don't know, movies.
Yeah. Ignacio Bahamondes, he's not physical enough. He's not physical enough of a fighter. Manuel Torres, if he gets inside, he's putting him out.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And if this does go to the ground, I think Torres could get a submission here too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The only way Bahamondes could win this one is by staying on the outside and winning by decision, or late finish by wearing on him with long range strikes. But other than that, Manuel Torres should win this one.
Yeah, I can't go against Manuel Torres. I'm taking it no matter.
Yeah. And the prelim headliner,
Irene Aldana versus Norma Dumont.
Give me Irene Aldana in this one. Irene Aldana is always going to do the more damage compared to Norma Dumont. She only has 3 career finishes, Dumont. But she has the way better grappling, the way better wrestling. She could just hold down Aldana for 13.5 minutes out of the 15. But in the minute and a half that it stays standing, Aldana is going to land the more damage. And damage is what wins fights. That's the number 1 criteria on the judges' scorecards. I think Aldana will out-damage her, even if she gets control for most of the rounds. Give me Aldana by split decision, 29-28, 29-28, 28-29, or unanimous decision straight up 29-28.
You're giving Norma Dumont too much credit. I think it'll be way,
That's a fair analysis. There's a reason Irene Aldana is, well, not on the money line, but by overall people, is the favorite fighter by a pretty wide margin.
Yeah, she's my favorite in this one. By a lot. Next up, Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ode Osborne.
Oh my God, these two at the presser were the greatest. I don't know. Bro,
Shout out the translator.
shout out the translator. I'm gonna break his face. I'm gonna break it. He said some things that were slightly worse.
Slightly unfamily friendly.
The candidate kept the PG. But no, I think, like we're talking about Edgar Chairez and Joshua Van, I think Rodriguez is a horrible matchup for Ode Osborne. And I think he'll find the submission in the very first round. Ode's been submitted in his last 2 fights by arm triangle by Asu. And then in his last one, he got submitted by armbar to Jafel Fijo. So I think he's going to get submitted by rear naked choke, make it a hat trick of submission losses. And like Ronaldo said, this might be his last fight in the UFC. But whenever he does come out and win, he puts on a great performance. So that's like flying knee, counter right. He's always putting on brutal knockouts when he does win.
I'm taking that. Mr. Ronaldo. He was talking crazy in Spanish. I think he'll get it. Exactly.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I think he'll probably submit Ode Osborne. Doesn't really have a good track record in his last couple fights.
Yeah. Moving on is the showcase bout between
Daniel Zaluber and Esteban Ribovics. Yeah.
This is another fight I've been going back and forth on all week.
You've been going back and forth on this one?
Yes, bro. Zellweger is a somewhat slow starter. He needs time to settle in. And Esteban is a super quick starter. He knocked out McKinney in 29 seconds. He might not knockout of the year, but top 3 for knockout of the year. That knockout it's so clean. My favorite, not knockout of the year because you're never going to beat Holloway, but it's my favorite knockout of the year, if that makes sense.
Daniel's not gonna have enough time to settle in. That's the problem.
But when he does, he's gonna take over and even arguably get the choke in late in the fight.
Yeah, but if Ribovics
yeah. I can see that, but I'm taking Zellweger by majority decision, not unanimous. 29-28, 29-28, 28-28. With a 10-8, arguable 10-8 for Ribovics in the first round because he's gonna get a big knockdown. Just not doing enough to get the finish.
Yeah, if the fight drags on, I gotta take that in.
Yeah. And we're moving on to the feature fight between
Brian Ortega and Diego Lopez.
Okay. If people aren't giving Brian Ortega, or some people are giving him way too much credit, others aren't giving him any credit whatsoever. I'm somewhere in between. I think he'll win the later rounds, but Lopez will do so much in the early rounds that he's gonna win this fight by unanimous decision, 29-28. 29-27 on all 3 judges' scorecards. I don't think Brian Ortega gets put out. He went 5 rounds with Max Holloway, 5 rounds with Alexander Volkanovski, taking one hell of beatings on beatings, and he never went down.
That's just the type of Brian Ortega is. That's why I'm taking him in this fight. No matter how many beatings he takes, he's still like...
That's a fair analysis. He beat Yair Rodriguez after getting knocked down twice.
Yeah. He's got that like little Rocky in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Brian Ortega over Diego Lopez.
Fair enough. Now moving on to the co-main event, the first title fight of 2 at the Sphere. Say it out.
Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko.
Give me Alexa Grasso in this one. They're 1-0-1 in their first 2 fights. Alexa won the first one in a fight where she was plus 1,000. Think about that. And then she got the choke in the 4th round. Then they had to run it back and it ended in a draw. In a split draw. Crazy stuff. So they gotta run it back at the Sphere on Mexican Independence Day. Give me Alexa Grasso to edge it out. Shevchenko is getting up there in age. She's already 36, turning 37 in half a year. Grasso's at the peak of her career. She's at her prime. She's gonna do enough to win the rounds. She listens to her corner super well. She knows what she's doing out there. Not to crap on Shevchenko or talk down on her. I think she's a super good fighter.
Yeah.
Her striking is next level. Her grappling, when she wants it to be, is amazing. But I don't know, Grasso, the age difference, I gotta side with Grasso here.
Vive la Mexico. Give me the champ, Alexa Grasso. Yeah. For every single reason Derek just said. That was absolutely spectacular. It's like you watch a lot of UFC in your free time.
Moving on is the main event.
Sugar how's this guy think? No, I don't even care. Give me the champ.
Yeah, me too. I'm taking Sean O'Malley over here too. Merab Dvalishvili, he can't defend the left hand. That's my main problem with him. Marlon Moraes rocked him so bad when they fought. Henry Cejudo of our people dropped Merab with that little check left hook. Sean O'Malley's gonna replicate the same, expose that in the very first round. At the worst case scenario, he exposed it in the second round. Give me give me Sean O'Malley by early KO, left hand.
I honestly don't think it's gonna be close.
I'm not saying it's gonna be close. Maybe Merab gets a bit of control time, but Sean should win this one from start to finish.
Yeah,
and that finish is gonna come very early, so it won't last very long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unless some miracle happens, then
yeah,
I think Dvalishvili is screwed.
Yeah.
What's your parlay of the night?
Ooh, I got a 3-leg parlay for you. First of all, with the main event, we gotta go Sean O'Malley. I think he's minus 120 on most sports books. Those are great odds for him. I can't not take him at that price. My second leg is gonna be Ronaldo Rodriguez. We talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
Even before the press, I've been super high on him. I think this is a top 5, not top 5. Let's say top 8 worst matchup in the division for Ode. Ode might get a miracle flying knee, but like I said, you need a miracle for that.
No, absolutely, like divine intervention from God himself.
So yeah, give me Ronaldo Rodriguez to win that fight, and give me the second biggest underdog because her value is insane here. Kelvin Souza to win her fight, and yeah, let me put those odds together real quick, and you have a great parlay that's about plus 800 if I do my estimates correctly.
Yeah, same thing as him. But like he took all my picks though. He looked at my notes.
Oh, I looked at your notes?
Yeah.
Let me add Kelvin Souza to this real quick, and you put all this together, $10 wins you nearly 150.
Yeah, give me that free money. That's free money.
That's free money.
Free money.
Alright, thank you for listening to this MMA segment. For every big event, UFC Paris, UFC 307, UFC 308, you'll catch us here talking about giving us your picks, why we think each fighter is going to win, like we just did. Tune in next time.
Next Saturday.
No, not next Saturday.
What?
2 Saturdays from now for UFC
2 Saturdays from now, yeah.
We'll be back. Have a good one.